And good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Today's Restaurant Networking Group. Today is May the 29th. My name is Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant, and we are a group of vendors who are here to try to help each other grow a business and to help any restaurant owner, manager, or chef with any problems or concerns they may have. And we're here to help. We're willing to field any kind of questions that you might have. So if you want to get in touch with us or if you'd like to join the group, give us a call at 561 620 8888. And we'll go to our website at trnusa.com. So I guess we're all warmed up. So I'm going to start with Jessica.
Good morning,
Good morning.
everyone. Jessica Kirby with Spectrum Business. Spectrum Business is a local and national internet, phone, TV, and cell phone company. So I help local businesses to set up and manage their telecom service and cell phone service. Been working with a lot of, actually more restaurants lately. It seems like here in Florida, and specifically in Central Florida, it is growing and it seems like the construction that was slowing down is starting to pick back up. So I have had a couple new opportunities. A shout out to Terry for her restaurant list because I have gotten a couple things off of there, good contacts. So thank you for that. And yeah, so I just help the local businesses. If you guys know anybody that either already has Spectrum and might need a local rep like me so that they don't have to call an 800 number, I'm happy to help with anything that they need. But my job is to sell, like I said, to sell the services and manage those. So I can be reached at 813-326-2246, or my email address is jessica.kirby@spectrum.com. Thank you guys.
Okay, thank you. Brian, good morning.
Morning, everybody. Brian with Rogue Financial Group. We are a commercial equipment financing company. Small projects, large projects, startups, work all over the country. Work with dealers, work with end users. We finance all different types of restaurant equipment, brewery equipment, convenience store, things like that. I primarily work in the hospitality industry, but I do work in other industries. Again, Brian with Rogue Financial Group. And I do want to comment one thing real quick that we talked about here. So for all of y'all, if you know a restaurant is suffering and bleeding, you know, if you because I get stuff and I see things, financials and banks. So if you know a restaurant is bleeding, they have more than one working capital cash advance in their in their business. I saw one that had five this past week. So yeah, people are stealing from Peter, Paul, and Mary to make it. So just watch out if you're looking into the financials and the bank statements and make sure that they're paying their bills. And if you need help identifying what a merchant cash advance is, I'll help you because there's plenty of restaurants out there that have multiple of them, and that can actually bury a restaurant. Again, Brian Rogue Financial Group, 404-723-7222.
Okay, thank you. Sven, good morning.
Hey, good morning, all. Sven Jensen, founder of ProTier. We've built a unique employee benefits solution specifically for restaurant owners. So any restaurant owners who may have looked at or considered benefits before but found solutions just don't work for their flexible work staff, I do think it is worth taking a new look and seeing what ProTier can do for you with our structure using a regulatory framework called ICRA. We are online at protier.com, pro-tier.com. I can be reached at Sven, which is SVEN, at protier.com, or the phone number is 415-857-5048. Thanks all.
Got a question for you. I noticed on LinkedIn, you're posting a lot of information during the day. Do you see any kind of change coming from that?
Nothing yet. I mean, slightly more web traffic, decent engagement on LinkedIn in terms of views or whatever the term I forget that they use. Yeah, I think some of these social media contents are very sort of foundational that you just have to sort of build up a lot of content and it's not sort of an immediate fix like throwing money at ad spend is. But definitely seeing a little bit, but nothing game changer relative to what we're doing. And I think one of the things that we're going to be experimenting with in June is I think one of the challenges, while all of us may spend, more time than we admit on LinkedIn, as a professional network, it's, the biggest and best out there. A lot of restaurant workers, and our second category is fitness studios. A lot of those owners and managers just don't operate on LinkedIn. They don't sit in front of a computer at all, and they're doing stuff on their phones. And so we're actually going to be trying some Instagram and Facebook ad spend just to see if we can, find these decision makers in the platforms that they sort of live in. Because, both gyms and restaurants, are promoting pictures of their food, and there's a very sort of big aesthetic aspect to what they focus on. So, I will have some more data in the next few months in terms of how different platforms are performing.
I have a quick question. Is that okay, Howard? Or do you want to wait till everybody introduces?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So Sven, do you deal with professional employer organizations? Because I know, I think I've asked you this before. It's not just individuals. You actually deal with group benefits, basically.
We work with businesses who have PEOs in place who, for one reason or another, don't get a great solution from the PEO benefits. Maybe because they have high claims history or their group size is too small. So we can work with PEOs or regular payroll companies. We interact. We've got a technology build out with TriNet and ADP and Paychex and I think 87 of the largest payroll companies. Such that the PEO can do all the other aspects of the HRIS and payroll and those things, but in some instances, particularly smaller employment groups, the health insurance aspect of the PEO is not fit for purpose. And that's where we can come in and solve a solution that's, hyper flexible for those business owners. So it's definitely not all. We do have good relationships with a number of PEO companies where they don't want to lose the customer because the customer has this void on healthcare. So, we'll get pulled in to make sure that the customer has a complete solution to their human resources needs.
Yeah, I would like to, we'll set up a call. I'd like to set up a call with you and my other two partners. Both owners of one's the payroll owner and the other one is the PEO owner. And I think it's we do not have a master policy like some of these bigger ones do, and even the ones that do have the bigger policies and master policies, they still push the ICRA and things of that nature because it just makes sense for the business owner. So I will, thank you.
Yeah, I'll send you an email, Rudy, and with the link to my calendar. I do think we are pretty unique in the ICRA realm. I think, everyone else is kind of chasing the white collar workforce, and we're chasing what I call the flexible workforce. So we're free. We don't charge a monthly fee. We don't charge a per employee fee, which adds up to quite significant money. Our entire source of revenue is broker fees. And then we give business owners the maximum legal amount of flexibility in terms of even offering different subsidy contributions to different roles within an organization. So we were talking about employment earlier. We find restaurants are struggling more with their back of house staff than their front of house staff. And so we'll have some restaurants will offer insurance subsidies like to their back of house staff and not the front of their house staff. And not because they're being mean, but they've got a defined budget that they're trying to keep within. And to them, the value of retention is more important in the back of house than the sort of serving staff up front. But our solution allows a business, particularly less than 50 employees, to designate different groups where different subsidies can be provided.
For those of you who may be wondering what that ICRA is, Sven wrote an article for us, and it will be appearing in the June issue, which will be out, I hope, Monday. That's planning on being out on Monday, which is June 1st. So look for it there. I can't tell you what page yet, but it'll be there.
Right,
And let's go to Rudy.
That was a cool segment. Rudy Chacon with Green Payroll, obviously payroll and professional employer organizations, HR benefits, things like that we can help companies with, especially on the HR side. The payroll side, everybody needs payroll, and for me, it's just getting in front of the client and finding out if there is an issue. A lot of times, I do have appointments where I sit in front of a prospect, and they give me their whole scenario, and at the end of the day, they're exactly where they need to be. They're just looking to save a little bit of money, and the transition of switching from payroll company to payroll company doesn't make any sense at that point. So, Rudy Chacon, you can reach me at 561 area code 352-3540.
Okay, thank you. Rick, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Rick Israel with Lifeline Insurance Consultants. We are an independent insurance consulting firm. We help individuals and groups as well. We move more along the lines of outside the ICRA form. We go directly with the gap insurance, where the insurance cannot be affordable, where the gap can cover the deductible, along with dental, vision, long-term, short-term disability. We also delve into annuities, but our main niche is, of course, what do you do after you retire? What do I do about my health care at that point? So that we can guide those individuals in the wonderful world of the Medicare maze, which consists of Part A, B, and D. And I like Rudy going, no, I hate that. But that must mean he's probably getting close to it. But we have over 40 years of experience in our office. And yesterday, I was appointed to be part of a national organization committee called the Medicare Advisory Group with NABIP, National Association of Benefit Insurance Professionals. So my region is Region 5. We cover all of the Southeast states. And I'm the voice to your legislators, to CMS. So I will be bringing you more information on that as it moves along. Who do I look for? I look for HR. I like to talk to the HR individuals because most HR individuals know squat about Medicare. And they're really finding out that they really don't know much about health insurance benefits either. So I can be the go-to as far as that is concerned. You can reach me at 256-746-9581. And I'm in Huntsville, Alabama, by the way. And my email is rick@life-lineinsurance.com.
Should I go to Chris now to let him rebut that statement? Go ahead, Chris.
Tell me what I'm rebutting.
Pick something.
Okay.
And
All right. Yes. Chris Kaufman, restaurantallstars.com. Restaurant All Stars, providing restaurant talent for companies looking to upgrade their human capital. Recently picked up an assignment over in Fort Myers, Florida, and doing such a good job over there, the person we're working with said, another division of my company needs your help. And then they turned me on to that person. And at 10:30 this morning, we'll be initiating contact along those lines. And that's how the business grows, when you take care of one customer and they like what you do and they respect what you do. It's a lot of fun. And so we work on behalf of these companies to bring them talent that they're looking for, talent where they can grow and be more profitable. And that's the business reason for our existence. And so we work primarily Southeast United States, but we have made placements at JFK Airport in New York, as well as the Philadelphia Airport. And also looking to continue to grow in the Florida market. One of the reasons we're looking at the Florida Restaurant Show as a vehicle for a little bit higher visibility. Don't know if we'll be able to participate in the booth, but at least participate, walk in the show, as they say. And so Chris Kaufman, Restaurant All-Stars, 404 All-Star. And remember, message and data rates may apply. Thank you.
I want to say something about what Chris had just mentioned. If you enjoy doing what you're doing, you're going to grow.
Amen, bro.
I'm glad you brought the topic of the show up. For those of you who are thinking about participating or potentially exhibiting, let me know what size a booth, whether you want to share a booth, you want to take a full booth or 2 booths. Let me know so that I can plot that in so that when we negotiate the price, the more people we have, the better price we'll get. So let me know about that.
We have information on that, Howard? Did you
The
send
only
that?
information we have, yeah, I can send you. The only information we have right now is last year we had 18 members of both groups that exhibited at the show, and we got a discounted price. We had 12 of our companies in a row. So when a customer walked into that aisle, if they came to my booth and they needed, let's say, financing, I would take them over to the finance person. If they needed insurance, we had an insurance person. If they needed a business broker, we were bouncing leads off of each other the whole show, which made it even better. And everybody got very close. So it's a great experience if you can swing it to get a half a booth, which is a 5 by 10, or a full booth, which is 10 by 10. I don't have prices yet. We're working on it. As soon as I have it, I'll send everybody an email.
Do you remember what it was last year approximately? For like a 5 by
Yeah,
10?
I don't want to. I'll talk to you offline about
Okay,
it.
no problem. Thank you.
I'd be interested in the same, Howard. So once you've got some sense, we'd love a ballpark.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stick
Offline.
around. Stick around after we end the meeting, and I'll tell you the numbers.
Perfect.
So Ed knows the numbers. He's got a big booth, but don't tell anything. Don't say anything.
I don't have a clue what the numbers are. All I know is that I write a check and my wife signs it because she controls the money.
There
We're a
you
business company. Yes.
Smart man.
Yes, dear. She runs money. Anything
Howard,
that she
listen,
questions, she goes
Howard.
nuts.
That reminds me of CPA who told me you need to have 3 sets of books. One for the wife, one for the IRS, and one for yourself.
I wouldn't dare do that because I'd get in trouble. And I don't think our accountant would like that if we have separate books. But anyway, but my wife does control all that. If she sees something that she doesn't know what it is, I better find the documentation for it someplace. And then we have to figure out where we talked about it before, which is okay. I have no problem with that. So it keeps me
You better
young.
do your intro. Stop talking about the IRS.
How do I start? Okay, my name is Ed Gerton with Seacoast Sales out of Orange Park, Florida, which is just outside of Jacksonville. We're an equipment supply company that specializes in frozen dessert equipment. So we have frozen drink equipment from Vier. We have whipped cream machines. We have soft serve machines from Carpigiani. We have hard ice cream machines from Carpigiani and BGI Industries. We have display cases from ISA and GTI Design. We have blast freezers, hardening cabinets, anything for desserts we supply. You can reach me at 904-334-4489 and have a good day.
Okay, let's go to TRN Terry.
Thanks, everyone. First of all, a shout out to Rick. I have to say, in this day and age where prices are insane and going up, this year in the beginning of the year, when Rick got us new insurance on our drug plan, not only were the monthly rates slashed in half, we pay almost zero for every single drug that we have and that we do. And that's truly amazing, especially in this day and age. So I tell everyone at all who's looking for anything, Medicare related, to give him a call, because as soon as enrollment starts again, Rick, you should be getting a lot of business from TRN. So I just wanted to thank you for that. Period. And again, thanks again for the compliment on the leads. It's a lot of work, and we did have a record number. Our team put together almost 100 brand new leads this month, and truly that is by far the most we've ever had. And they're already working on July, so I'm thrilled. And if you want to know what's opening in Florida, anywhere from the Panhandle to Key West, we do our very best to try and get everything we can. And I know you see other sources, and there are really some good sources out there for leads, for what's coming in. On those particular ones, we go the extra mile to go to city data, whatever we can find. And we do get the owners' names, email addresses, and phone numbers. So that in itself is a lot of work on top of the ones that are not in those reports. The under new managements or owners, we had a lot this time, probably around 10-ish, which is a little more than we usually have. We're working on trying to get more of those now. And I want each and every one of you to go to every month, look online at trnusa.com, the current issue, because on the first page in the What's Going On Now, we are doing, I started a column on closed restaurants.
Okay.
Those addresses are going to be something else. Historically, they're usually a similar concept due to hood placements, equipment, things like that. That's a big deal. And a lot of you might be interested in that. Hopefully none of them owe you money. But one more thing real quick, back to the show, especially Ed, you might be interested. Sven, anybody getting a booth? The show hours have changed this year for the first time since I've been doing the show, and it's been 30 years. The hours on the first day are 10 to 4, not 5, 10 to 4 on the second day, and on the third day until 2:30.
10 to 2:30. Yep.
Yeah.
It was 10 to 2 last year on the last day.
Because people start breaking down early. So they just want to, they want to keep people not coming in at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock and, not having any place to look. But anyway, those are the new show hours. It's important to know because a lot of people will go home the same day. If it was 4 or 5, they would go the next day. At any rate, anybody that wants to see a list of the leads, you can email me and I will send you a sample, or go on trnusa.com/leads. There's a nice little sample there. And once you're in, you're grandfathered in. So in this group, you will see a price online. That is not your price. Give me a call.
Terry, let me ask you, on the Florida Restaurant Show, are they going to have the board of directors meeting this year on Saturday night, which they were talking about?
I believe so. And I was just on their site, and I was just in contact with Amy, and I'm getting into contact with Andrea, which are the two that actually run that show besides Glenn. And Howard is in contact with the booth, but I believe so. They're also starting something new, which is going to be in the July issue. I got a press release on that day before yesterday, where they're actually doing a huge, it's a whole different stage to just take a look at it in July. But yes, Ed, to answer your question, there's a lot of new stuff this year. And I think that is that.
If that board of directors meeting is Saturday night, that means all those people will be there on Sunday at the show, which is the first time that's happened in 15, 20 years.
Correct. And not only that, anybody that wants to get a booth, I mean, a hotel, do it now. Reserve it. You have up until 24 hours until you check in to cancel your reservation. But as of right now, Howard informed me of a major show that's going to be in the old convention center. And we're going to be in the new convention center this time, not the old one. So with that being said, the hotels are gone. The rooms are
Well, we're still, all the hotels have been booked by the Expedias and the people like that. So we're trying to find a hotel that we can get a group rate on that's in works.
We have reserved a couple of rooms, one for us and one for someone else. And, I have at a very low price. They're $300 and $400 a night now. If you go to any of the major hotels like the Rose and anything.
They raised all their prices because of this big show. It's a police show.
It's a police show. So everybody really needs to reserve a room. Even if you're going to cancel it later, get in there, go online, find anything close to the convention center and get a room. Okay. So that was my big spiel today to give you a head. Even if you're walking the show and you're going to be there overnight, get a room. You can always cancel.
That's why there's no rooms available. That's what people are doing. They're booking different hotels and then drop out at the last minute. But anyway, I want to do, we're sort of limited at time. I want to do my intro because I haven't done this in a while. Today's Restaurant is a digital newspaper for the restaurant industry. If you go to our website at trnusa.com, you will see the newspaper on the site when you open it up. And if you see the display behind me, we offer advertising in that newspaper so that if somebody goes to our website, they can look through the newspaper, they'll see your ad. We also offer email blast, which goes to our database. Plus, we also post it on social media as part of the same deal. And of course, Terry's Restaurant Leads Report and our networking groups. I had a question. Well, we have a couple of minutes, and we talking about the show being in October this year. A couple of years back, the show was in October as well, and there was a series of hurricanes, and it closed. I think the show was canceled, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Postponed. So I started thinking this week, and I asked AI, well, what should restaurants be doing now to defend against hurricane damage? And also what should be done after a storm? And I've got several pages of things, but we've got people here who deal with that on a regular basis. So any thoughts before I bring some of the things up? What should a restaurant do prior to the storm? All right.
Buy plywood.
Leave. Yeah, buy plywood and leave.
Well, you know, yeah, it's easy to say that, but try and do it.
Hey,
It's
don't
tough.
let me tell you what. With storms coming in from the Gulf, who knows?
The AI said that restaurants should be hardening their buildings, securing utilities, and tightening insurance and operational readiness. And
Should be buying a business interruption policy, and they should be buying a trade credit policy that helps with the receivables. That's the
Right.
insurance.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yes. And what about
Some-
companies that are going to pull out? Because everything supposedly this year is coming in from the Gulf because of that super El Nino. And the waters already in the Pacific have pushed everything underground and coming into the Gulf. What about all the restaurants now on west coast of Florida and in the Gulf of Mexico/America. What about what's going to happen with insurance on those? Are they going to pull out?
No, there's trade insurance is it's international. So if you have receivables, there's big restaurants that do have a lot of receivables that come in, and so if something happens like that, act of war, anything, it can be, the insurance company kicks in. There's only two major insurance companies that write this type of risk. So, but it's huge. It's huge for some of these bigger manufacturing companies, or even these bigger restaurants that have several restaurants, even across the states that have food coming in and other perishable things of that nature. It becomes they don't get it. They don't, something happens and they're out of it.
Real quick, what Rudy was saying is that when I finance something, they have to either get insurance or provide insurance, from their business, because if they don't, I mean, they're left holding the bag for the loan. So yeah, it protects them for a lot of things. So
And
yeah.
even at the bank level, if the bank is offering them $8 million and they need 10, this policy, it helps them close that gap and get that money they need.
In this article that I got back, it mentions insurance, and it mentions to review hurricane deductibles, which I never even knew existed. They don't realize that they're percentage based. Document all assets with photos and with videos. Store digital copies of policies. Confirm business interruption coverage, as we said, and update appraisals. That's just in the insurance section. And preparing for water contamination, possibly. Have a portable water reserve, backup digital systems, all digital systems. I've got pages of things here, but we're going to run out of time. So we'll.
And Jessica, quick question. What happens, like now they know for sure 100%, well, 99.9%, that a lot of the people in the Gulf are going to be wiped out this year because of the Super El Nino, which has not happened in decades. What's going to happen with the services for internet and phones? Because a lot of those are not underground because they're at sea level. So what happens in that case?
So we are dependent on power, and that's any internet company. Our lines run off of the power, and so a lot of people don't understand, even if they have a generator running at their house, they have power. Our service is still not powered. So yes, we do rely on power a lot. 2 years ago when Milton came, we had a lot of flooding here in Polk County, but we do put generators on some of our stuff. So we try to get people up as quick as we can, but we are also at the mercy of the power companies. A lot of the things that we also do is we will deploy trailers with Wi-Fi hotspots on them, so that we can allow our customers to connect to Wi-Fi in places that have more customers. So we can't get everybody up and running right away, but we do have contingency plans to try the best that we can. But of course, that's the communications that are going to go down. And it's funny that we're talking about this because I guess because hurricane season starts on Monday. I was at a chamber event yesterday, and the local power company was there talking, and the emergency management, about hurricane season. And that was a topic that came up, was just the power and communications. The first things that are going to go down is your power, your internet, and possibly your cell phones, because last time Verizon lost service. Like, there was a lot of customers that didn't even have cell phone service. So having a plan together for all of that, and making sure that one of the things about cell phone service is even making sure if you're trying to text or reach out to a family member, find somebody that maybe isn't local, because it's the local communications that get bogged down. But if you're messaging somebody in a different state saying I'm okay or something like that, those communications actually will go through faster than trying to communicate locally with everybody that has no service.
What I'd like to do is maybe offer you an opportunity, if you're interested at all, to maybe submit an article on that with your company information to get that out, and then and then when the restaurants and people are reading that, they also have their own personal services and their homes. They're not just restaurant hospitality owners. If you want to submit an article like that, I would love to. We would love to have that, and we can publish that in the next issue. That might
In the July issue.
What?
In the July issue.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Let me talk to my people and see what I'm able to do as far as getting somebody, if it's not me, whoever would write that, probably our technical team. And yeah, thank you for that opportunity. I'll see what I can do.
Absolutely. And you have a while, you have a few weeks. So I just bringing that up, that just came into my head. And I thought, you know what, that would be a terrific article. And again, we invite everybody here to do the same. Anything that you want to do as far as an article, informational, put your information at the bottom. We welcome the articles. We have writers that are from all over the country, and they speak at the restaurant shows. Very important. So yes, another opportunity.
Of course, this information about hurricanes is not strictly relating to Florida. This is all the whole Gulf Coast and the East Coast.
Right.
It affects everybody that may be listening.
And
anyway,
all over the country, and advertisers all over the country. So
I want to thank everybody for coming today. We'll see you all next week. Let the sauce be with you. Have a great weekend. And for those of you who want to talk about the show after, hang on for a minute.